Hello all of you lovely individuals, and welcome back to another video for the day. We are going back into r/iamatotalPOS because, yeah, the world is still a horrible place and it ain't getting better anytime soon. And so you know what? Hit the stuff, hit the button, leave a comment, let go. Unity's CEO sold company shares before this week's unpopular announcement. And oh yeah, the one where they're gonna start charging people for downloading the games and installing them as separate charges. Heh. What the shit? Unity CEO, whose name's already blurred out, recent sale of 2,000 shares coincided with the controversial decision to charge game developers every time their game is installed, leading to a drop in share price. Developers are concerned about the lack of control and transparency around the new Unity runtime fee, which applies to developers with over $200,000 in revenue and 200,000 game installs. The backlash against Unity's pricing change not only affected share prices, but also led to the threats from developers to delete popular games in protest. Unity's overall situation seems uncertain, with layoffs and office closures already taking place. Yeah, I initially heard about this when I was told that Cult of the Lamb is going to be taken off of the Steam store because of this, and very much, this is just absolutely ridiculous. You already gotta pay money to get the game in your library, now you gotta pay another set of fees in order to just install the damn thing. Which honestly, I can't really think of anything else other than a stupid money grab, and really stupid being the focal word in it all. I guess it is true, we are heading back to the time of the pirates. The One Piece is just gonna be a Steam library with everything already installed on it, so you don't have to pay any damn fees. Before anybody asks, yes, I saw One Piece live action. It looked really good, and honestly, I didn't have high expectations for it, but you know what? I'm excited for Season 2. My brother, Blank, who is just 13 years old, is admitted to this hospital and is on a ventilator for 4 days now. All because his school music teacher, this person, hit him black and blue for not greeting him on time. Yeah, I want to see somebody try to come forward now and say that some teachers don't got a power trip. Obviously, I gotta cover out the kid's face because kid's face, but also the fact that you can kind of see that line in the middle of the forehead. That's not originally supposed to be there.
Why, for requirements.
Ah yes, not only will you need your floaties for this one, I got my deep diving suit for the stupid. Akidoka, let go.
Under 5'8" is okay with a £5 weekly of pocket money, cooks 3 times a day, only leaves the house for emergencies, not allowed to say no to me, asks for permission before speaking, only eats 1,000 calories a day, wants 8 kids minimum, is okay with polygamy, takes care of the house when I'm on lad's holiday, knows her cars and opens the car doors for me, can't be called Margaret.
Okay, my mans, first off, what the shit you got with the name Margaret? What did Margaret ever do to you? Secondly, that don't sound like you want a wife. That sounds like you want a damn maid. Also, you know for a fact this dude is not serious in any way, shape, or form, because, lo and behold, having to eat kids would be expensive as all hell. People like this will act all high and mighty on their high horse, but then, God forbid, you bring in any subatomic level of logic, and, they just kind of fold like an omelet. Oh, also malnourished on top of that, because, for some reason 1,000 calories a day is very much doable in your eyes, when in logistic standings, it's not.
Sir, this snowflake generation of young doctors, largely female, and selected on mainly academic excellence, clearly did not do their homework. Medical training and practice is brutal and demanding, with long hours, and bullying happens. Lewdly inappropriate comments and actions do occur. It is stressful. All I can say is that if they want to make a success of the rewarding career, then they should toughen up. Perhaps 4 A's at a level are not answer to all of the problems they will face.
That doctor who was an anesthesist, inventist, and was in career until 2020. Oh gee, I wonder what happened in 2020. Tasteful lewd jokes are fine with your friends and all if you know what their comfort level is, but very much much not something that you should be doing to just any random person on the street. Like there's a difference between throwing this double entendre to a homie and then saying, yeah, would you care to clean out the back end, or can I clean out your back end after work, to a random ass person on the street or a doctor.
We need to see pain in the economy. Unemployment needs to jump to 40 to 50%. Employees think employers should be thankful for them. We need to kill that. I'll be real, I wish more CEOs talked this way. Labor would be far stronger and their lives far worse.
Ah, yes, because firing 40 to 50% of your workforce is totally how you get to have strong business morals and all that strong business life and expectancy, and I don't know. And then just watch, at the end of the day, this is still going to be the same schmuck that tries to say that, oh yes, we are having record profits, meaning we increase prices but not wages, which is absolutely a policy that I hate having to just jokingly joke about with customers, when in reality it is a harsh reality. No joke, anytime I get customers that joke about prices, I just say, welcome to CEO corporatism. It's like the one thing I can say to customers about the prices and they don't get mad at me. For anybody about to say, oh, maybe they're just here dropping off an item, unfortunately, the caption says otherwise. Seen at a local convenience store with a Subway restaurant. The driver parked across 3 spots while standing in line to order, not deliver, at a Subway during lunch. There was available space for him to park properly, and when he was addressed, he just made a stupid excuse and laughed. I feel like the stupid excuse has to do something with how long the truck is, and even if that was the case, you're at a gas station, dude. Just park at the pumps. I've seen people with long-ass trailers do that exact same thing. That or, God forbid, park at the back of the lot. Someplace where you're not taking up 3 parking spots, especially since one of them is supposed to be reserved for people that, can't exactly walk that far. I'll tell you this right now, this is for a fact, this person is a very much a lovely entitled person. The I can park anywhere I want lights. Yeah, you have those little things a flashing, and then you're apparently good to go in your eyes. Every single which way you could park, as long as you put that little flashers on, you're golden. Wishing somebody to stub their toe is about the nicest YouTube TOS friendly thing I can wish upon somebody in these situations. An Arkansas hospital is suing thousands of patients over medical bills during the pandemic, including hundreds of its employees. Oh, this actually feels very familiar. I think I actually know who they have working the business in there. It's Mr. Frickin' Krabs. I don't remember the episode of SpongeBob SquarePants where Mr. Krabs turned the Krusty Krab into a hospital, but, I guess anything's possible now. An elderly couple claim that they have been evicted from their home of 2 decades after their son transferred ownership behind their backs. Normally when I see this stuff, the most common thing is the parents being dongs to the kids, but no, kids can also be dongs to parents, because what the heck is this? And also one of the captions stated that they had been making payments on the house for years. This had got to be some kind of messed up loophole or something where the kid was able to transfer ownership to themselves and then just say, oh yeah, now you can get lost. Because secretly transferring ownership of anything behind somebody's back, there's no version of that where that doesn't come out as an absolute dong move. A mother is sentenced to 7 years in prison for injecting feces into her son's IV during cancer treatment. I tried thinking about this in detail as to why anybody would do this, and I was honestly just more curious the more I thought about it. First part being, why did you only get 7 years? The second one being, I wonder what website told you to do that, because nobody just automatically thinks, oh yeah, no, let's put feces in the IV. That totally makes sense. And why would you do this to your son, who is not only, your son has cancer, is trying not to have cancer, but for some reason putting that stuff in the IV. For some reason, that clicked in your head as to some kind of logical statement there. Like, what's the worst thing to happen on that? Blood poisoning, which would then cause the kid to be killed? Seriously, what the hell was going through your mind? And the fact that you only got 7 years instead of 70 years, I don't know, maybe the judge had a typo when they were doing that. It still blows me away about this.
Today started off a little snack bit, but worked out in the end. A misunderstanding caused us to get off of our train at the wrong stop, which delayed us for over an hour, which caused us to miss our tour. Got to Pompeii eventually and explored on our own. It's pretty amazing amazing to see in person.
Oh yeah, Pompeii is a wonderful place to go see all of the history that's gone into it, especially with all the stuff and everything and all the things you can see there. And especially on top of all the things you can see, you can apparently vandalize it by leaving crappy graffiti. I've never understood any reason behind graffiti, like especially crappy graffiti.
Hey, look at me, I'm so cool. As my initials, I mark my spot.
What are you, a dog pissing on a fire hydrant? Just in general, there should have been some kind of, like, moral code to not graffiti in places that have significance. But, like, if it's on sides of bridges, I never understood people that do just very crappy stuff. I've seen some very artful graffiti, but at the same time, I've seen stuff like this S&J stuff, which very much thinks that people did that while they were walking, didn't even stop at all. That 70s show actor Danny Masterson is sentenced to 30 years to life in prison for doing that horrible act on 2 women. I know that 70s show was very much a show that a lot of people remember. Personally, I remember the show called The Ranch, which is coincidentally where a lot of that 70s show's actors wound up on, including Masterson. And they wound up killing him halfway through one of the seasons, like killing off a character kind of thing, and I was always a little curious about why they did that. This very much answers that question, and holy shit. But with that is going to have to be it with the video. If you guys would love to be absolutely amazing, show your support, and see more videos like this one in the near future, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below to start up the wholesome internet discussions, and if you guys have not already, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications. I'll be sure to see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and bye-bye.